So when should you do clams? All right, I know I have spent a lot of time talking about not working those deep hip rotators with external rotation, but I want to follow that up with talking about when you should work them. So I think clams can be a great exercise to add into a program. I especially like the clams in the Form Friday video we went over, where your foot is on the wall, so you're getting that mindfulness, that pressure back. And it's a little bit more functional when it comes to being able to kind of push and extend the hip, which is going to get a little bit more of that glute max involved versus just rotation. All right, so be sure to check out that video. But clams can be a great part of a workout program. So clams can really help if you're struggling with working in hip extension. So sometimes somebody might have a labral tear in the front, and so whenever they go into hip extension, they feel very unstable. The femur feels like it wants to move forward a lot in the socket just from being in that position. So working on clams in that 90-90 position can be great for helping the hip feel safe and lovely and getting lots of glute max in that position. It can also be really great when you're looking at repositioning the pelvis. If somebody is rotated or twisted, then working on clams can be a good way to unrotate or untwist from that side that needs it. It can also be a great way to build glute max and deep hip rotator strength. All right, so even though I talked about, all right, not overworking this as the first step in the rehab process, at some point, we're going to want to build some strength there. There's lots of functional exercises where you're standing on one foot, airplanes, lunge rotations, all the lovely stuff, where we can work those deep hip rotators in a standing position. But sometimes it's nice to do a little bit of a glute or deep hip rotator finisher to a workout when you're trying to really maximize that muscle strength by adding in a set of clams or two. All right, so they can be a great part of the strengthening process. They can really help with building glute and deep hip rotator strength, and these are muscles that we need strong. All right, so with everything, there is balance and there is a place. It's just making sure that you're doing the right thing at the right time where it becomes a little tricky. And that's all going to be based on how you feel. Do you feel great? Do your hips feel loose? Are they pain-free? Do they not click? Do you feel like, wow, I've got all this movement and this freedom and my body feels awesome and I can sit comfortably in whatever position I want to sit in? Then you are on the right track. But if you do not feel like this, if you do not feel like things are going well, you feel like it keeps tightening back up, you have to keep getting release work, nothing is holding, you try to go for a run and you end up right back where you started, then that's when we want to dive in more to, okay, are we doing the right stuff at the right time? All right, so hopefully that helps as a pro-clam vote for the exercise. I am definitely not an all or nothing person, and I do believe there's a time and place for pretty much everything. It's just